Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, this is my 88 Mustang GT, aka the Red Demon. We are going to put a 7665 On3 turbo on it, on the stock 302. And yeah, man, that's pretty much the build. Go back and check out some of the other videos and see how you like them. In the last video, we installed the piping. Crosses over from one header to the next, got that loosely in there, just kind of mocked up. And we did take the sway bar off because it was hitting. So I reinstalled it. I'll let you guys see it. And we got just a little bit of clearance on it. I'll get you down there. There's just a little bit of clearance on it. So I think it may work. Once we get pressure on the tires, that should pull the sway bar back toward the back of the car a little bit and kind of get a little bit further away, but we're going to leave it like that for right now. Just see if it'll work. If it will, we'll run it. If it won't, it won't. You know, just how it is. But today we are going to tinker with the turbo a little bit, go ahead and get the fittings on the oil feed line fitting on and the return line fitting on. Go ahead and get that and kind of get it mocked up on the car. And in the next video, hopefully we'll start maybe working on getting the intake and all set in there. Like I said in the last video, we need to figure out what we're going to do about color scheme, I guess you'd say. I did mention I want to stay with the gray color that the intake or the intakes and the valve covers have on from factory if I can find it. If not, then we'll paint another color. We're not going to paint it red or black. Just kind of break up the motor just a little bit, kind of let it match up with the water pump and all the piping and turbo and stuff like that. But that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to take and tinker with the turbo a little bit. Like I said, we're going to try to get some of these fittings installed. Go ahead and get the feed line plate on, the return line plate on. Go ahead and get that stuff on. And then we'll set it up there and kind of mock it up into place before we permanently attach it. But if you missed the last video, guys, go back and check it out. That's when we installed that piping, like I said, and the new oil center unit, got that installed. So we're gonna get set up and get those two pieces put on the turbo, and then we'll set the turbo up there and then kind of mock up the oil feed line and see where we want to put it, how we want to route it and all that good stuff. Alright guys, we done got set up here. I went ahead and made sure the surfaces are clean real good to make sure everything's mating up real nice. But what we're going to do is put the return line plate on first. Go 15 foot-pounds, 16 foot-pounds, I'm sorry. Alright, let's go over here and set it on the car. That way we can kind of mock up our oil line. Alright, that's just sitting up there. We still might have to clock this just a little bit, I'm pretty sure. You know, around this way. Still might be clocked. So we'll just leave that kind of loose right now. Probably gonna have to take that one out, that way I can clock around a little bit more, because if not it's gonna hit that return line barb there, or fitting. So grab my line. Let me move you guys. So now we need to figure out the best way to route this oil line. You know, I don't really want it running up here like this. In the last video we put the center unit and all that stuff on there. So what we're going to have to do is figure out the best way to route this thing, man. I don't want to have it over here because then we got too much slack. And this way just looks like crap. May be able to figure out some way here. Let's see. We can't go underneath because then we got to worry about hitting the harmonic balancer. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and screw it over here. Alright. So what I'm doing here, get you guys moved up over here. Just trying to figure out the best possible way to route this thing, man. It's so long. Probably do it like that and then loop it. Come in behind here. I'm not really crazy about this, but at least they give you plenty and not enough. But see, that's still going to hit right there on the harmonic balancer. So we're going to have to give this just a little bit more thought. See what's the best way to do this. I don't know, maybe if we come around here and come in back that way, maybe. I'm not sure. One of them ones that you scratch your head on, man. Grab my crescent wrench. See how that works. And this is why we mock everything up, guys. Back in there for right now. Have to remember to put some blue Loctite on that. And let's see, can we go down and over? The bad thing about that, I'm still right around the pulleys. All right. So we got it running that way. So let's try it like this. Because we still got to get the power steering pump and all that stuff in there. So I think right now I'm going to leave it this way, and then we're going to get the bracket on for the power steering pump and all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll leave it right there for right now, guys. See how that works. I'll leave it like that. Cause like I said, I still got to get the power steering pump and all that stuff in there. But we got it mocked up. That's the main thing. That's what we wanted to accomplish today. Once we finalize how we're going to do the oil line, and then we'll hook up the return line. So, all right, let me get you guys off the stand, and we will wrap this up. A little bit of test fitting and moving, all that, as you can see. But you know, that's why I always say it's best to you got a glare on there. That's why I say it's always best to mock everything up, man. Because if you mock it up before you finalize everything, then you can always move it. So yeah, I'm not really particularly fond of the way everything is routed, because I still, like I said, I still got to put the power steering pump here. And then figure out if that's going to work or not. I hope so. If not, we might have to end up doing something just a little bit different. But as you've seen, I turned this elbow around. It was sitting here. I moved it around to here and run the line down and underneath and behind the hot piping and behind the water pump and going into here. So, like I said, guys, that's why we mock things up, man. Just test fit everything to make sure everything's gonna work. So we got that done today, guys. The next video we'll try to just move on to the next step and just continue on with the build. So thanks for tuning in. Drop me a comment down below if you know a better way of doing it, if you've done it before and you figure out an easier way, let me know. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one, man. It's time to go in the house and chill out for the rest of the night.